Morning, fellow YouTubers. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is healthy, and hope everybody's having a good year thus far. If you haven't been on my channel before, you can feel free to please hit the like button and subscribe. And in today's video, I just wanted to touch on a few motivational things that I have found to be helpful in my life. Sorry, I'm driving and doing a video at the same time as previous videos. I'm an amateur at this, but whatever. Anyways, as a former drug addict who has been recovered now for 6-7 years, and I own 2 small businesses, I figured I could share a couple tips with you guys to get your life back on track. Life in recovery after you have been clean. Wealth building tips. So tip number 1, after you get clean, what do I do? You know, you have a job, you can start a business. You'll never become wealthy working for somebody else. The for surest way to wealth building is to work for yourself and invest in passive income, which you've heard all that stuff from all the gurus. You have to pick what you are good at and go out into the marketplace with that skill. If you're good at painting, start a YouTube channel. Social media definitely nowadays helps get word out there about your product or your service. If you're good at lawn care, if you're good at home remodels, I own a small painting company and a small sign company. So we do interior and exterior painting, drywall, tile for residential and some commercial, mostly 90% residential. And then I own a sign company. I do signage for boutiques, restaurants, churches, and so forth. I got sick of working for companies, so I decided to work for myself, and so far it's starting to pay off. So I would say that is a very good way to start really building your wealth, is through business. Second is with stocks. You listen to all these guys. You know, I listen to Warren Buffett. I listen to Robert Kiyosaki. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Richard Fain, a black gentleman who has a channel with probably around 300,000 subscribers. Richard Fain, there's a fan. He talks a lot about stock investing, real estate, you know, passive income, stuff like that. I would say about 1.5 years ago, I stumbled across his YouTube channel when he first came out, and I got heavy into listening to what he had to say. I put right before the pandemic, I had about 20 grand in my Fidelity account, and throughout the years I've read books and I've studied various stocks and whatnot. And during the pandemic, at the bottom in March of 2020, I bought Zoom when it was $80-90 a share. I remember Boeing was $89 a share the day that I bought a few $1,000s worth of it. And just different Vanguard ETFs and S&P 500 index funds, and the returns on those have been nice. My Fidelity brokerage account has more than tripled in 1 year due to some of those stock investments that I bought. So definitely, if you're looking to up your income game, monetize through stocks. But do your homework first. Don't just go buy Boeing because I said so. Don't go buy CARR ticker that has a dividend, you know, a 3% dividend annually just because I said so. Those are stuff that I like. You know, I have a bunch of Apple stocks, and it's not really performing right now, but certain stocks are, certain stocks aren't. But There are a lot of good performers out there. So, couple tips: business and stocks. The third is real estate. You can find a real estate group. Of course, do your homework first. A couple buddies of mine invest in single living homes, single residential homes, and duplexes. And you invest 12 grand, 15 grand, and then after a year, when the house, they have their whole, I invested in something that I didn't totally do my homework in, and I've done 2 of them so far. You invest a certain amount of money, and 6 to 9 months later, up to 12 months later, you can almost double your money. That's a way to do it. I'm learning more about real estate as I go. I would like to eventually own some real estate property. But right now I'm focusing on business and stocks in my brokerage account. So from 2010 up to now, March 2020, I went from making $10 an hour and a drug addict, homeless, couch surfing, to now clean, sober, with a liquid cash net worth of $200,000. I'm proof that y'all can do it. I don't say that to brag. I'm one of the most humble people you'll ever meet, and I have literally given my t-shirt to a homeless man before. I'm living proof that anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It's hard. It takes some persistence. It takes some resilience, but you can definitely start a business. Start creating wealth for yourself and your family. That's the way I'm starting to look at it. To me, it is about the money, but it's more so about the freedom that you get. You can pick and choose who you want to work with, who you do work for, your own hours, and so forth. So just a couple of tips in my life right now. Things are going pretty good. It's a little rainy. Flip the camera around right here and I can show you the house. We just finished the exterior painting of this house last week, and the week before. Painted the chimney, painted the shutters over there, and now we're doing the inside. We upsolder on some interior stuff, backsplash tile and stuff like that. So it just depends how much y'all want it. I was trapped in that paycheck mentality for so long. And as a project manager for a national sign company who was making around $50 a year with my bonus, I would see the numbers come across my desk and I'm like, there's got to be more than life than just sitting behind a desk killing myself for $50,000 a year. And I started something, I executed, and here we are. You'll have good months, you'll have bad months, but at the end of the day, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. So in this video, and of course as time goes on, I can give a little bit more insight, but starting a business, being on a budget, I've talked about that in some of my other videos. How much cash is coming in, what are my expenses for the month, what's going out, and saving at least 20% of your income. Everybody's different. Some people say 50. I've heard dudes say 80. Some people say 10. I say 20. Get a couple incomes going, save 20% of that. 2-3 years goes by, you got 50, 100 grand in the bank, you feel good, and you just keep building from there. So again, as I stated in the beginning of the video, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.